Alright, welcome back. This is Blitzstorm, and I will be showing you all how to do piping, bends, 90-degree elbows. There's a few different ways to do it. If you go on YouTube, you can find other ways, but I'm just going to show you the way that I'm going to be using. I'm just going to close these down. If we go into 3D Studio Max, this is kind of what we will be doing. So let's jump in and start doing that. So I did expand my bar here. Normally you do have the one. I've actually added two. So we're going to start by making a cylinder. And we're going to make sure it's just one segment up. And 18 is the sides of the cylinder. For those that don't know, if you do 8, then it's then going to be an octagon type shape and so on and so forth. I think that's an octagon, 8. If not, leave a comment below. I'm bad at shapes. Anyways, let's go 50. Let's do it 3. Actually, let's go 40. 50 is a bit high. We're going to be expanding up a bit. So I'm going to actually zoom in here. We'll do this one first here. Now, something I should show you on this one is you can see it's a bit different here. It's a bit chalky. Blocky, I should actually say. We're actually going to fix it so it's not blocky. So let's make sure it's not going to be blocky. Let's convert this to an editable poly. So right click editable poly. Let's go ahead and select this face here. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually add a smoothing, I guess, modifier. I guess it would be called a smooth modifier to us. So as we go along, it's actually going to smooth it as we go, and we won't have to worry about doing any smoothing afterwards. So we're going to go to the drop down menu here. We're going to go to smooth, which is right here. We're going to hit auto smooth. Then we're going to click back down on our editable poly. Now we will be rotating and excluding at the same time, so we're going to hit the exclude here, but we're going to click on this little window beside it for the settings, and that's actually going to give you a drop down menu. So we're going to change this to actually 2, not 10, and we're going to hit enter. And now we're going to right click, and we're actually going to go to rotate. And what this is going to do is it's going to rotate and what the face that we have selected. So we're actually going to have to rotate the Y, and we're going to go 15 degrees. So then that's 15 degrees right there. We're then going to hit the plus sign to bring it up 2 again, and that's going to keep it a lot even. We're going to go 15 again. We're going to keep going 15 degrees until we got a 90-degree angle. So 15. Oh, whoops, I didn't exclude. Sorry, busy talking. Gotta learn to chew and walk at the same time. So add it 15, add it 15, and I believe it should go one more. Wasn't keeping track. And there we go, 90 degree. So let's go ahead and exclude this now. So about there. We're going to do the exact same thing. And I'm actually going to show you something really quick. I'm going to actually unselect it, just so you guys can see without the lines how actually smooth it is now compared to what the other one looked like. So you got the smoothness coming along. So we're actually going to use that window again, and we're actually going to make another modifier. If I just change it to, it should go back. So 2, and we're going to continue off 2 and that to 15 degrees. And then, oops, it was 40 that we started with, so we're going to do the 40 because that's what this one was, right? So we want this leg to match that leg. So as you can see, if I zoomed in on this one, it will be equal. So that's all you have to do for pipes. It's just that way. There are other ways. So another way to do that is do a cylinder. Put 6, I think it is, segments for the height. So you're going to add segments here. Convert to an editable poly. And then just go down to, I think it's called bend. Yeah, right here. And you 90-degree angle. And there you go. And that's another way to do a pipe. There is a few other ways, but just want to show you these main 2 ways. Like I said before, when you're modeling, pretty much you're God. As long as you have an imagination, you can make it work. There's tons of different ways to do it. And scale it. And I'll show you guys how to actually... So it's actually pretty good for this size. I'm going to make sure it's converted to an editable poly, which it was. I'm just going to select these right here and just move them over. And there we go. And I can actually just throw a texture on this. And what I'm doing for texture, I'm not going to have it rusted. Like I said, I'm just going to have it clean white paint. Because I think the last one I seen in town here was white, so white or green. So I'm going to do a white. So it just painted 257 by 257 and throw it on. Yes. There we go. And I'll bring that in game. I'm not going to do the glossiness in 3D Studio Max. I could do the glossiness in here. They actually do have a panel. Where is it? Glossiness right here. If you want to do it in 3D Studio Max, but I'm not sure what glossy I want the paint to be until I put it in the game. So I'll edit it with the game engines material editor that they have in there. Alright, so let's do this one next. It's one post. It does have that cap on the top. Let me just make sure I have it selected. There's this little cap here that's on the top. Can't really see it. But yeah, let's see. Let's do a cylinder. Bring it up. Let's do 45. 50 maybe. Yeah, let's do 50. Let's do 3 for the radius, and let's actually do 3 for segments going up. I think would be the best way to do this. And then let's convert it to an editable poly. And then we're going to actually, I'm zoomed in here, I'm going to actually select these ones, and I'm actually going to pull them up and pull this one up. I'm going to zoom in a bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the polygon. I'm actually just going to select the top here. I'm not going to select the top, just this. I'm going to actually scale it. Now there's tons of different ways that you can do this. This is just the way that I'm going to do it. How big do I want the cap to be is the question. I'm actually going to go to the top view here. So that's probably going to be a bit too big. Let's scale it down a bit. Something like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to select the top, and I've actually selected too much. I'll zoom in here for you guys. So I only got the top selected, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to go to the move, and I'm just going to move it down. So that these lines are matched up, not these ones. I should actually get that out of there so you can see better. 1 second here. Alright, let me just unselect it and move this out of the way. There, so you can see the lines are matched up. And we have that cap on it, but the cap's a bit small, so what we could actually do is just, if we actually want the top, so let's just grab that and move it up a bit. Then let's go ahead and add a Alright, I guess since we have this done, we'll just jump in and do, this little gate blockade here for paths. So let's make sure this is selected, the one we just did. Let's right click, go down to clone, just hit copy, or instant, yeah, instance, make sure it's instance. Let's go ahead and move this over a bit, spread these apart. We'll do that right here. So there's a few different ways to do this. If you want to make it look like welds, then you're going to pretty much have to use your cut tool, go around the outside, delete the faces, and do it that way. And that'll also just make it look like it's welded on, make it one whole piece. Select both of these and just move them out of the way there so I got a better view here. So we're going to go to cylinder. We're actually going to go into the middle, make sure it's just 1, not 5. Bring it out to about here, so there's a gap about that big. So I'm going to make it its height. I think it's going to be 20. I think I'm just guessing. We can resize it here. Oh, it's going to be a bit more. I'm just going to move that into the about there. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert to editable poly. I'm just going to grab the faces here. I'm going to move them and move this about halfway in. Same with this, about halfway in. I'm then going to, for my own reference, I'm just going to add the texture to it. So as we go around, it's centered. You can see it's not popping out anywhere, which is good. But what we can actually do is, because we're not going to need these faces, we can actually delete them. No one's going to see them. They're inside, and it will bring down our poly count. So what I was saying before is, if we want to make it look like it's welded on, if we wanted to give it more quality, more in depth, we can actually slice, use like the slicer or the cut, and it'll actually give us wherever we click. So if I was to start here and work around, we can actually cut it out, and then we could actually bridge everything, and it would make a couple more polys, but it'll give a lump, kind of like a weld. How's the other one? But since I'm making a MMO kind of anime type game, I'm not going to worry too much about it. So I'm going to just select that, clone, make an instance, and then I'm going to move it down. Oops. Not sure. Okay, I didn't move it. Okay. So I'm just going to move it down. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to zoom out on this one and kind of use it as a reference. So go here and go here. Alright, so we're going to have to attach these all together because there's 4 different pieces here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to right click and hit attach here. I'm going to click on this one. So now they're both one unit. And because it's smaller and it's not a clone of this one, it's going to actually give you an attachment option. Just make sure you're matching the material ID to material. And then I guess we have to hit attach again and do that exact same thing there. Now you're going to notice it's a bit blocky. How to fix that? Just select everything, go down to auto smooth, and there you go. And I'm going to save it, and I guess next we will do this one right here. Pretty much going to do the exact same thing, so I'm not going to show it. Basically I'm going to use that one that I had did, and I'm just going to put the cylinder in just like that one. When I start doing the next one, so I'll show you guys, like this one here. But basically this one, you just put it vertical instead of horizontal, and you just this one just put a bar vertical. This one, don't need this one, it's pretty much the exact same as that one, just bigger. But yeah, I'm going to start doing this one. Oh, and for this one, basically do the exact same thing as this one, just make it a bit wider, and then just make a cube, thin it out so it's really thin, and you can fit it in there as a decoration. This one, there's a couple different ways you can do it. I'll show you guys that way. You can I'm gonna actually show you guys how to bevel stuff, so I'll be right back after I'm done these really quick.